banditry is a business of the APC. This APC Lagos, this Bola Tinubu, it is their business. How do I explain to my child that there was one man called Nnamdi Kalu who was agitating for Biafra and was traveling from Finland and different countries, and the Nigerian government went to Kenya to catch him. They went abroad to catch him and brought him to Nigeria, put him in prison, and the man is suffering. Why the bandits in Kaduna, and Nasarawa driving Okada that does not have international passport, that cannot speak simple English, is there, and Nigerian government cannot catch the person?
Years ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, when there's been in Nigeria that we expect the negative dimension. We don't pray for that, for Donald Trump to say, look, the country is a disgrace that is going to come in, guns are blazing because of Christian genocide. But what like saying that has gone beyond Christian genocide. Everyone is being affected. I mean, it's like the kidnapping, you know, the terrorists just having almost a free day, to the extent that some local government in the north are beginning to have this truce with terrorists for peace to reign. Yes, in Katsina it's happening. Talk about 14 local government or thereabout trying to make out a peace plan, negotiate with the terrorists, so there'll be peace. Terrorists brandishing their weapons, walking around unchallenged, unchecked, and they're all smiling. Terrorists going for parties, spraying money with guns. Everybody's laughing and smiling. When it's time to kill, they don't look back. What is really happening? Now, what should the government do about it? Me in the studio have they call it the voice of the masses. Yes, political analyst, political affairs commentator. Join me to welcome Comrade Roy Riverbo. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, listeners or watchers.
You're right. And of course, I have Shedrac of Dubai, political analyst, political affairs commentator, and one time an SA, right?
Special advisor.
Special advisor, yes, to Governor Gordon Obaseki. And what again that year?
Special on youth affairs.
Youth affairs. Yeah, thank you so much, Shedrac, for being here.
Good morning, sir. It's a pleasure being here right now.
All right, let's dive into the issue right now. Nigerians are worried. It cuts across party divide. Even the APC members are complaining, PDP members are complaining, ABGA members are complaining, Labour Party, ADC, you just name it. It's like it's affecting everyone, irrespective of political divide. Let me start off with Roy Oribabo. Now, what do you feel about this trend?
My feeling is disappointing. You know, because today there is nothing you can really celebrate about Nigeria. There is only time you open your television, you open your phone, what you see is something that is demoralizing, disheartening. You know, there's serious flight. People are being frightened on a daily basis because of actions and inaction of government. Insecurity have bedeviled this country, and the government is not bothered about it. It's very sad. And these things are affecting the commoners. So that is, as the voice of the commoners, the insecurity is mostly affecting the commoners. The bourgeois are not really very bothered. You saw one of the former deputy speaker in the House of Rep. You saw his position that when he said the president said he wants to withdraw security for the VIP. You can see the way the man was lamenting. But he's not bothered about the kind that is being suppressed. He's not bothered about Kabiru that is under captivity. He's not bothered about SARS that can no longer access his own farm. You know, that will tell you the demarcation and how the bourgeois view the commoners. Therefore, Nigerian government must at this time, I don't want to even continue to be taking Nigerian government because it appears they are overwhelmed. It appears Nigerian government does not have what it takes to fight this insecurity. And I believe the reason why there have never been a sense of purpose, there have never been sincerity of purpose, there have never been a concrete arrangement for the government to drive the process. How do you wake up? And that's the reason why the former president of this country, Buhari, when I received the report that he was dead, I find it difficult to forgive him till tomorrow. Immediately, because the atrocity that man committed in this country, where he have to demonstrate an exhibit, a character, that any manner of persons can just, because the former Boko Haram, once they say they have embraced salvation, they have forgotten what they hit at.
They call it repentance, Boko Haram.
And you start absorbing into our security architect. I think that's the beginning of our problem. We must need to go back at this material time, to go and revisit it. Because that singular action is what we are repeating. There is no place you can conveniently go now. You want to sleep with your two eyes closed. As remote as my village, we can no longer sleep with our two eyes closed. Where are you going to? You are going to Benue Street, They can't go to farm. You go to Pretu, they can't go to farm. Sokoto, you can't go to farm. You go to Kwara, they can't go to farm. You begin to ask yourself, where is the hope? Where are we headed to in this country? And you don't see that action from government to say, well, what do we do? And I believe the reason why government is not too much bothered because they are not affected. Government is not, those in government, they fence their house around, the highest network of security is around there. Therefore, the bandits, the terrorists, the Boko Haram cannot have access to them. It is the commoners that are suffering. It is the commoners that are dying. It is the commoners that are being kidnapped. Very just now, we saw a trending video of a husband and wife that was kidnapped in Edo State. What does that show to us? Even within you are sitting down, people are telling you to go and bring 50 million in present day Nigeria. People are telling you to go and bring 30 million. You begin to ask yourself, where are we headed to? And the government is not even bothered at all. You see, government will just abandon that and be discussing another. You watch in National Assembly, where the senior president was saying that the mother of the country is calling the legislator to come and have a dinner with her. What does that show to you? That this is the heights. Nigeria have never got to this level where those you elected to manage our resources for us, they don't care. They have never shown any sign of love for the people. It appears it's a total war that they even declared on us. I don't want to say it is the bandit, the Boko Haram, the terrorists. It is the government that have declared war on the people of Nigeria. And the Nigerians need to take it at that, because now there is no need for we pretending about it. The central can no longer hold now. Things are falling apart. It's affecting all of us. It is only the bourgeois that are being secured, those in government. You know, and that's the reason why I'm happy that like my friend who say they have been government. You know, he should be able to also have the security. I said, no, some of you know, because it's a terrible thing. Those who are in government who have been there, they look at us as if we are subhuman. You know, they should be able to give us a coloration of where we are heading to.
All right, Shedrac, you heard them. So you guys have been in government.
Yes, I've been in government, no doubt.
Yes.
But the government I've been in is not the APC government. Because for me, having looked at how banditry and kidnapping, Boko Haram came into Nigeria and how it has been perpetrated, I've got to conclude that bandits and kidnapping and Boko Haram and ISWAP is synonymous with the APC. Is a package. It's part of the APC government in totality.
No, hold on. Hold on. Before we talk about APC, remember this started with the PDP.
No, listen to me. I will show to you. It was done, but it started during the PDP government. It was being organized and orchestrated by the APC leaders, using it as a tool to kickstart the PDP out of office, to take Governor out of office. And when it came, they used it as a tool. It's not a business for the APC.
Do you know that people that were APC right now, once upon a time, were in PDP?
Let me explain to you. Listen to me. Let us proceed. I said it is a part of the APC machinery. How do I explain to my child that there was one man called Kalu who was agitating for Biafra and was traveling from Finland and different countries, and the Nigerian government went to Kenya to catch him. They went abroad to catch him and brought him to Nigeria, put him in prison, and the man is suffering. Why the bandits in Kaduna, and Nasarawa driving Okada that does not have international passport, that cannot speak simple English, is there, and Nigerian government cannot catch the person? See, let me tell you, Nigerian government, banditry is a business of the APC. This APC, like this Bola, Tinubu, it is their business. I will explain to you. When Bello Jonathan was president, he stayed there for 5 years. In those 5 years, you know how much he spent buying military gear to fight Boko Haram? He spent 679 million. 679 million, not up to $1 billion. Buhari stayed in office for 8 years. In those 8 years, he spent 260 billion. Jonathan in 5 years did not spend up to 1 billion. Buhari spent 260 billion. Guess how much Tinubu has spent to fight insurgency, instead to buy military weapons and gas? Tinubu in 2 years has spent 559 billion. If Tinubu is not the owner of this industry they call banditry and Boko Haram, why is he not making profit from it? I've been coming to ITV. I've never seen Chief Gbidejo one day here. But how do I know he's the one that owns this place? Because his money goes to his pockets. If one can put the presidency and Buhari and Tinubu be the one benefiting from banditry and kidnapping, and they make it look as though they are not the owner. If they own the business, that's why they're the one profiting from it.
All right, hold on.
Let me give you.
Hold on, because we don't work by propaganda.
I'm telling you that they spent 559 billion.
Hold on. They spent 559 billion to fight against banditry, equipping the military. What is bad in it?
That's the same thing we are telling you now. The failed of that. What is now the outcome of that fighting? What's the outcome? How many have they caught? How many have they bombed? A government at this level will sit down and carry state resources and go and pay go and pay ransom and come back and tell you that they were not able to bomb them because they saw where they were hiding and they were children there. When you paid and they released the children, you didn't go back to bomb. See, this thing, we can begin to deceive ourselves. They can make us look as though we are foolish, we don't have sense. But we know we do have sense. Let me explain to you. How can you explain this fact, for example, that this Tinubu-led administration, go and check the results that was coming out. All those areas where they have bandits, where they have kidnappers, that Boko Haram is charged, when they do election, they vote overwhelmingly for APC. APC will win there as though there are people residing there.
But it happened also to PDP administration.
No, I said it did not happen. Which PDP?
Hold on, because in Nigeria they have this notion of what they call tranquility, so to speak. The bulk of the vote always come from the north.
No, I'm telling you about those. But we are calling about some certain local governments that are now being under siege. Those local governments, they do election in 2027, they will all vote and they will vote for Tinubu and they will win massively in those places that are under siege. Let me explain to you. See, how do I now? When they talk, what are the solutions they are preferring? They say they should take away 5,000 police from VIP. They should. The Nigerian police is about 330,000 active in office. The Nigerian military is about 180,000.